Meanwhile, Washington avoids falling to 1-5. They are 2-4. What a different feeling that record has. It gets no easier for them, though. They've got the Packers, the Colts, the Vikings, and the Eagles the next 4 weeks, but at least they get a win. Carson Wentz, 7-0 on Thursday night. He is Mr. Short Week, Peter King. He got it done, and he did just enough to help that team get to where it needed to be. Now, it's nice to get a gift inside the 10-yard line when Velus Jones has a punt bounce off of his face because he stumbled and fell just as the ball was coming in. I felt awful for the rookie, even though he's about 28 years old, I think. Still, he's a rookie, and that allowed. You know, they thought I never thought they were going for it on 4th and short. They lined up to try to get the Bears to jump offside. It was clear with about 10 seconds left on the play clock. They had no interest in actually going for it. And this is one of those situations where when you run the numbers from the analytics, punt versus go for it, you factor in the possibility of a muffed punt. And that's exactly what happens. You get the short yard goal-to-go situation, and Brian Robinson, his first career touchdown, 60 yards rushing for him in his second game after being shot through the knee. Somehow shot through the knee, and no bone, cartilage, or ligament damage. What else is there in your knee? And he's playing less than 2 months after that and scoring his first NFL touchdown to give the Commanders their winning points, Peter.
You know, I think the great story last night for Washington is that they won the game and Brian Robinson ended up being the hero. And, you know, his story is incredible, even if it didn't include what happened on the attempted carjacking 47 days ago or whatever. You know, his story's incredible because he was never a number one back until all the other backs left town in Alabama. He stayed home to play for the hometown university in Tuscaloosa, and he never really got the kind of chance that he wishes that he did, obviously. But he had no regrets. He knows that playing for Nick Saban is going to advance his NFL dreams. And now you look at it, even though every yard last night was an absolute, Texas death match, to get. He still was able to get the 1 yard that was most needed in this game to put Washington ahead, and they never lost the lead. So that is the sort of the cool end of story, that Washington wins the game. Robinson is the hero, scores the touchdown to win it. But, man, is that a flawed offensive team. Woo. And, I thought it was interesting after the game when Ron Rivera launched this major defense of Carson Wentz and basically said it was not Dan Snyder who, came down and said, I want you to trade for Carson Wentz. It was the football organization that was working on Carson Wentz and went to Dan Snyder and said, listen, we have a chance to get Carson Wentz. We're going to go get him. So I do think that everyone in Washington these days seems to be very much on edge. But last night there was one salve for that night, and that was Brian Robinson.
Yeah, that is the one piece of good news that a dysfunctional organization can rally around. And you mentioned the Ron Rivera reaction. And the comment that sparked all of this yesterday came from the ESPN report that was aimed at demonstrating all of the issues surrounding Daniel Snyder. And that nugget focused on the fact that even though Snyder is on the NFL's version of double secret probation, he still was involved in violation of the terms of his unofficial suspension in communicating with and working with his football people to consummate the Carson Wentz deal. And the word that was used in the article was he implored them to do it. And you combine that, Peter, I think, with the misstep that Ron Rivera had on Monday when he was asked, what's the difference between your team and the other three teams in the division? And he said quarterback. And then the next day he had to backtrack. It's been a tumultuous week for him as it relates to his relationship with Carson Wentz. So after the game last night, as you mentioned, Ron Rivera not reacting favorably to questions about Snyder and Wentz and him. Here it is.
No, what's important is these guys, okay? For the last couple of weeks, honestly, I'm gonna speak my mind for a second. It's been hard. It really has. You lose 4 games in a row, and everybody wants to get you, just get on you. And they've played their asses off. They have. They played their asses off for everybody. They come out and they show up. They work hard, all right? They don't complain, okay? They hear all this stuff, and they got to deal with it. I get that, and I respect them for that because they're resilient. They come back. Everybody keeps wanting to say, I didn't want anything to do with Carson. Well, I'm the guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics, that watched the tape in the when we were at Indianapolis, okay? And that's what pisses me off because the young man doesn't deserve to have that all the time. I'm sorry, I'm done.
And that was Ron Rivera's post-game press conference. You rarely see a coach nowadays launch into that kind of a tirade. In fact, I can't really remember it since Dennis Green's "They Are Who We Thought They Were" 16 years ago, even dropping the BS bomb on everyone. Now, there's a video out there from years ago where Jerry Burns, then the Vikings coach, probably uses 40 F words in a post-game press conference, which is just magical when you consider today that doesn't happen. But Ron Rivera had enough. And, hey, look, he's back in Chicago, Peter. It's where he played. He got pushed overboard when he was defensive coordinator there. An emotional night for him to get that win, to get to 2-4. But what do you expect? It's the biggest story regarding the team. It's one of the biggest stories in the sport for a team that we otherwise would be ignoring. The Wentz factor, the Snyder factor. Of course he's going to be asked about it right after the game in his first media availability, since he's the one who made the comment about quarterback is the reason why they're in last place, well behind the other 3 teams in their division. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.